The first presidential debate is underway with a viewing party in packed Annenberg Hall. Stay tuned for live updates and a look at what's at stake tonight for the two candidates.
Some Trojans have mixed feelings towards the two nominees. Find out what students want to see tonight.
And social media is buzzing with debate reaction. We'll take a look at how it's affecting the election. Annenberg TV News is next.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
Viewers are packed inside the Annenberg lobby to watch one of the most significant debates in presidential history. Good evening, I'm Etienne Smith.
And I'm Rachel Frayne. We have Annenberg media reporter Mark Salinger in the crowd as the debate gets started. Mark?
This is it.
Hey guys, it is debate night in America, and here at USC Annenberg in the lobby, I can tell you there are hundreds of people that have gathered to come watch this first debate. This is the first time that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are squaring off one-on-one. The debate is taking place at Hofstra University in New York. I can tell you that I've spoken to a bunch of students in the crowd so far. There's a lot of support for Donald Trump as well as Hillary Clinton. I've also spoken to some voters, though, who say that they don't have their mind made up. That could come down to who debates better. Now, the candidates enter this debate with the polls being in basically a statistical dead heat. They're basically tied. That could swindle a lot of voters' minds and help determine who is the next president of the United States. We'll be out here all night at the debate watch party. Check back in with us later, but for now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mark. Members of the community outside of USC's campus are also gathering to watch the debate. Let's go to Brad Stryker, who's live at a viewing party in South LA. Brad?
All right, thank you, Etienne. I am standing by right here at a watch party inside of the Holman United Methodist Church in South Los Angeles. Now, we're just getting ready for the debate right behind me. As you can see, lots of attendees here, all getting ready, really anxious for some of the different topics that are going to be discussed tonight. Now, we've got a pretty divided crowd here. Lots of different Hillary supporters. We've got a few people who are rooting for the third party, and then we even have a few voters who are completely undecided looking at this debate to specifically help them finalize who they're going to be voting for. Now, I spoke with some of these attendees a little bit earlier on, right before the debate started. We heard from them about what certain things they're hoping to hear from candidates tonight. Let's take a listen.
I just don't want to hear talking points. I want to hear a real conversation between these people.
Whenever these two get together, it's a surprise.
I don't think it's going to change anything. I think people's minds are already made up. But this is entertainment, isn't it? At its best.
I'd like to hear how Mr. Trump plans to bring us together, because there seem to be a lot of factions that he's concerned with.
All right, and then as I said before, you've got the first presidential debate happening right now, and you've got a lot of very eager and very anxious residents here in South Los Angeles waiting right behind me for those introductory remarks. Now, like I said, there is going to be a panel that's going to be held afterwards. Those are going to be by community members and community leaders here in Los Angeles discussing the theme for tonight, which is what is at stake for our community. They're going to be linking back some of the national issues talked about during tonight's debate to some of the local issues here in Los Angeles. So we're going to hear more from them later on, and that's going to be coming up for coverage all throughout USCAnnenbergmedia.com later tonight after the debate is over. So for now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send it back to Etienne.
Thanks, Brad. The presidential race is getting tighter and tighter, so tonight is going to be huge for Clinton and Trump.
Let's toss it over to our political anchor, Aidan McMillan, to find out more about what this debate can mean for the presidential candidates. Thanks, guys. Upwards of 100 million people are expected to watch tonight's debate. As such an important political event, it could turn this tight race in favor of either Trump or Clinton. So I spoke to Republican strategist Michael Madrid to learn more about the significance of this debate.
Most people's preconceived notions have already been baked in. What we're really talking about is 10 to 12 points of people that are actually undecided. And for those folks, this could be determinative. The debates could actually matter for the first time since probably the 1980 election. This debate will probably propel one candidate one direction or the other by another 3, 4, 5 points.
Extremely important for both candidates. So what did they do to prepare? I talked to USC professor Gordon Stables to learn more about what debate preparation looks like for political candidates.
Most campaigns would spend these last few days really taking the experience and making it practice in an exact way where you simulate the time of the day, the amount of time, the stage, the temperature, all of the details. You also try to get the candidates used to the idea of being disagreed with. And I know that probably sounds crazy, but for most of us, we don't like disagreement in general. What you have to do is really get the candidates comfortable with being uncomfortable on that stage.
So let's take a look at where Clinton and Trump are in some of the most important national polls going into their big debate. This Washington Post ABC poll has Clinton at 46% and Trump at 44%. But this Quinnipiac University poll has Trump at 44% and Clinton at 43%. Both of these polls show just how close this race is. We'll find out soon how voters feel about tonight's debate. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Hillary Clinton has been polling better among younger voters, but both candidates are looking to lock down the youth vote. We spoke to students to find out what issues they want to see the candidates talk about tonight.
Tonight, really what I would like to see is her to touch more on gun control and to reinforce that she can't handle the economy.
So I'm really interested in seeing their upcoming plans, policies that they're going to implement to make healthcare more affordable and make it more accessible as well.
Specifically, from my perspective, about job creations, the various opportunities for innovation in the science STEM fields.
Point of view of Donald Trump about the immigrations and his different statements about the Muslims in this country.
Many students said they would like to hear specifics on policy, but expect more political theater from the candidates.
I expect there to be not much content, honestly. I think that they've been kind of going surface level with most of their policies, especially with Trump's side.
Well, I'm expecting quite a show. I think Donald Trump always manages to make things interesting in a good or bad way.
In the past two presidential elections, only about half of eligible young voters turned out to the polls.
While many students told us they will be watching the debate, some may not be ready to show their enthusiasm for either candidate. One expert says this is different than past elections.
We saw the Obama Hope posters in dorm rooms all over campus in 08 and 12. Consensus behavior often leads them to shun the folks who are not part of that consensus.
USC student Lily Vaughn says it was sometimes difficult to show her support for Hillary Clinton during the primaries when many others supported Bernie Sanders.
When I was just a straight up Hillary supporter, I did find some Bernie supporters who were a little, they're like, oh, why? Because I think that the consensus among college students was very much Bernie for the primary, but he'll probably lose, so then Hillary for the general.
Daniel Wall is a Trump supporter. He says he's gotten a lot of positive feedback when he expresses his views.
I have a Make America Great Again poster in my room. We have Make America Great Again hats. So we definitely love our Trump paraphernalia, and we express it proudly.
Wall says he will wear his Trump t-shirt proudly to the debate viewing at Annenberg tonight.
Third-party presidential candidate Jill Stein was removed from the Hofstra campus today after trying to get involved with the presidential debate. Some voters tell us they're upset that third-party candidates aren't allowed to take part.
Gary Johnson's got significant support, or at least people don't hate him. So I think he's a viable third choice that should be allowed to debate. I think part of the system that's been constructed is one that limits our choices and kind of limits democracy.
Third-party candidates Jill Stein and Gary Johnson will be responding via Twitter and Facebook to what they hear on the debate stage tonight.
Welcome back over here. Today we have been checking out all the social media revolving the presidential debate, and it's brought in a shocking amount of social media participation. Digital and social media expert Matthew Levesque says he thinks that the Twitter hose is spewing like never before.
We're already at more than 661,000 tweets have been posted today regarding the debate on it. So that's a tremendous volume. In the last major Republican presidential debates, we would see a total volume of 1.2 to 1.4 million tweets, and the debate hasn't even taken place yet.
The Twitter sphere is up to roughly 1 million tweets involving the debate. Let's take a look at a few over here. Hillary Clinton earlier today said, retweet this if you've got Hillary's back tonight. Hashtag debates 2016. She posted this picture saying, if you see bigotry, oppose it. If you see violence, condemn it. And if you see a bully, stand up to him. She's gotten a lot of retweets on that, one of the top over today, just so far before the debate has even started. Another one from Donald Trump, my team of deplorables will be managing my Twitter account for this evening's debate. Tune in, hashtag debate night, hashtag Trump Pence 16. The Twittersphere will keep blowing up as the debate continues tonight.
Stay tuned for our debate coverage tonight. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and watch our live post-debate reaction and analysis on USC Annenberg Media's Facebook and uscannenbergmedia.com. Metro offers discounts to students in college, but USC isn't one of them. Stay tuned to find out why.
With these temperatures, you would want to turn on your AC, but some students don't have that option.
And it's still not too late to register to vote. See how a social reform group is helping to make sure more people get to the polls next month.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Welcome back to ATVN. We want to go back to Annenberg Media's Mark Salinger at the debate watch party in the Annenberg lobby. Mark, what's the latest?
Hey, yeah, everybody here at the watch party is watching very intently. They are paying very, very close attention to what these candidates have to say. I'll tell you, in the first 10 minutes of the debate, Hillary Clinton has gained more clapping, more cheering after her answers than Donald Trump has. Of course, it's just 10 minutes in, and this is a 90-minute debate, so that could change in the future. We'll be out here all night, so we'll check back in later from the Annenberg watch party. For now, we'll send it back to you at the desk.
National Voter Registration Day may not be until tomorrow, but not everyone believes getting the vote out should have to wait. Kevin McAllister shows us one group getting a head start.
It's a familiar rally cry.
Yes, we can.
But with 6 weeks until the election, local organizations hope they can register as many voters as possible.
The future of our country, the future of our community is dependent on how many folks are going to take that extra step and register to vote.
Outside MacArthur Park this morning, volunteers worked to make that extra step a little bit easier.
I need you to register. I'll fill out the information, you just tell.
For Larice Reyes, today was a long time coming.
This will be the first time that I vote. I always left registering to really, really late.
And with California's October 24th voter registration deadline, she almost did it again. What changed was the ease of registration.
The process of registering was very easy. It's getting much easier for us Latinos to register to vote. People used to be much more indecisive about going to vote, but it's how we can make our voices heard.
Now, organizers of this event tell me that they didn't just want to get out the word on registration, but also exposure, so the commuters here at the MacArthur Park Metro Station could be exposed to their message even if they wouldn't be on a daily basis.
Whether you're voting for Trump or Hillary, we need that voice, though. We need to know what is America thinking.
And those thoughts and actions could make a difference.
getting voters to be registered and getting voters to actually turn out are huge variables that the models and the polls expect, but there can be big variability based on what actually happens.
But with all the variability, volunteers hope higher registration numbers in Los Angeles
November the 8th is Election Day!
are a certainty. For Annenberg Media, I'm Kevin McAllister.
High temperatures, low humidity, and strong winds have led the National Weather Service to issue a red flag warning for much of Los Angeles County. Earlier today, Annenberg Media's Mark Salinger found out how some students are dealing with the latest heat wave.
You don't need me to tell you it is hot outside today.
It is very hot outside.
It's very hot. It's around like 100 degrees.
With temperatures in the triple digits, the first official full week of fall is feeling a lot like summer in Southern California.
I am ready for winter. Hopefully that happens soon.
That might be wishful thinking. It's supposed to be above 80 for the rest of the week, and if there's one thing USC lacks, it's air-conditioned dorms on campus. Only 4 of the 11 on-campus freshman housing options are air-conditioned. That's leaving many students racing to the library to get out of the heat.
I would definitely come to the library and hang out just because it's cool. The AC is much appreciated and it would be a good place to do some study and get some work done.
Noah Foreman and his roommate Robert know the reality of trying to find a cool place to study all too well.
We don't have air conditioning, unfortunately.
They've set up fans in their room to point directly at them. But on a day like today, even that won't keep them cool.
It helps when I'm sitting, right in front of it, but when I have to do homework, sit at desks, and, it's difficult to maneuver these fans around.
As temperatures stay high, so will USC students' imaginations for finding new ways to stay cool. Mark Salinger, ATVN.
Wow, that heat was crazy today. I practically melted.
I feel like I couldn't even ride my bike to campus. I'm hoping it's not like that the rest of the week. Let's send it over to Lauren with our weather.
Thank you, guys. Yes, the weather was insane today. Hopefully you were able to find some way to stay cool. But let's take a look at our current conditions. We can see that it's still really hot out, 93 degrees, very fair, and we're seeing winds of about 3 miles per hour. Let's take a look at tomorrow's Southern California forecast. Looking at the Inland Empire, we can see that it's going to be in the 90s, as well as also in the 90s in Palm Springs. Moving it over to the coast, you can see that it's going to be 95 in Thousand Oaks and 83 in Malibu. Bringing it back over to the USC area, you can see that it's going to be 95 degrees here in USC and high 80s along the coast. Taking a look at your 5-day forecast, you can see that luckily the temperatures are going to be cooling down a little bit, not much, but it is going to stay sunny all week long. And for those of you heading to the Coliseum this weekend to support the Trojans against the Sun Devils, the sun is definitely going to be out, so be sure to wear your sunscreen. How are you guys coping with this heat?
Honestly, not very well, but it's been fine. Thanks, Lauren.
Mayor Eric Garcetti celebrated the purchase of a 1,500 discounted Metro Pass at Cal State Northridge this morning. The Metro U Pass is a program for college students that offers unlimited Metro rides at a reduced price to increase the accessibility of public transportation for college students. 6 schools now offer Metro U Pass program: Cal State University, Northridge, Pasadena City College, Rio Hondo, Los Angeles Trade and Technical College, American Career College, and West Coast University. USC does not offer the U-Pass, but students are eligible for discounted tickets through Metro. The USC football team lost to Utah in the last 16 seconds of a game last night.
Let's toss it over to our sports anchor Alexa Palermo for more on the game.
That's right, you guys. And the new month will hopefully bring some new outcomes for the football team. Out on the pitch, USC kept their shutout streak alive with their first conference win. The women of Troy are looking for a Pac-12 comeback this weekend against Colorado.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
USC is finally back home after playing 3 of its first 4 games away. The Trojans will take on Arizona State this weekend at home, and it will be USC's 600th game in the Coliseum. Redshirt freshman quarterback Sam Darnold sparked offense by passing for 153 yards in his first career start. On the season, Darnold has completed 68% of his passes and racked up 442 yards of total offense. Arizona State's dual-threat quarterback Manny Wilkins ranks 18th nationally and in total offense with 100,348 yards. All 3 of USC's losses this season have been to AP top 25 teams. While the Trojans have the nation's toughest schedule, 4 of their next 5 games will be at home. The number 23 ranked USC women's volleyball team is looking for a win in the Pac-12. The women of Troy lost in 3 straight to number 7 ranked Washington last Friday. The match was a meeting of the 2015 defending Pac-12 co-champions, and the Huskies came to play. The women of Troy got 11.5 points from junior Nikki Withers and 7 kills from junior Brittany Abercrombie, but it wasn't enough to get the job done.
I think we can't say poor me. We just have to go and battle our way out of this. That's the only way I know to do this, is just blue collar it.
USC lost its second home conference match for just the 4th time since 2006. The women of Troy are looking for a win when they head out to Colorado on Friday. Number 10 USC women's soccer set the program's shutout record after they defeated Arizona 4-0 on Friday. The women of Troy got their 7th straight shutout, proving how dominant their defense really is. Head coach Keondae McAlpine got his 100th career victory as Division I head coach. McAlpine wants the team to continue their level of play throughout the conference schedule.
Now it's consistency. We have to continue to bring this kind of energy. We have to continue to be disciplined. We have to continue to have excitement when we play. And if we'll do those things, then we'll give ourselves a chance to do some great things.
USC is undefeated in the Pac-12 and will look to remain unblemished as they take on Oregon on Thursday. The number 2 USC men's water polo team is continuing their reign of dominance, even after a loss in Berkeley. The Trojans lost to their host Cal 10-8 in the semifinals, but then beat Pacific 8-3 to claim the 3rd place in the MPSF Invitational. Rookie quarterback Cody Kessler made his NFL career debut against the Miami Dolphins. Despite losing 30-24 in overtime, the former Trojan will start again next weekend. Kessler had a 64% completion rate and averaged 11.6 yards per completion. Even though the Browns lost, it wasn't really Kessler's fault, as the Browns' substitute kicker missed 3 field goals. This week, my pick goes to a crazy tackle on the pitch. Sophomore forward Leah Pruitt laid out an incredible tackle against Arizona on Saturday. While the play did get a penalty, it showcases her strength. Let's check it out. She comes running from behind and overtakes the ball, but her strength overtakes that Arizona defender right there. The slow motion of this is incredible. And one more time at full speed, just for the fun of it. Ugh. How crazy.
The debate is still going with Trump and Hillary front and center.
Stay tuned. We have final debate updates from our reporter when we return.
The earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to do to keep you and your family safe in the event of a real earthquake. And you'll be seen as a hero by your family and your loved ones.
Visit ready.gov/earthquake today.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
What's up? What's happening today?
Let's do those pearly whites, man.
Yeah! Boys, check it.
Ooh, cute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
Hey girl, what's up? What's the name? What's good? What's up?
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go and step out of the vehicle for me.
Yes, sir. See ya, buddy. Today, Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump have been debating for almost half an hour now, and the Annenberg lobby is packed with people. Let's check back in with Mark Salinger, who's theirs now. Mark, how are people reacting to the candidates?
Hey guys, yeah, now everybody here in the crowd at the Annenberg lobby is settling in. We're about half an hour into the debate, but we still have another 60 minutes left. Now, Donald Trump has come out swinging so far in the first 30 minutes. It's been pretty testy. He's accused Hillary Clinton of having a bad record on jobs as well as trade. And we'll tell you the biggest laugh from the crowd so far came when Hillary Clinton said, quote, "Donald, I know you live in your own reality." For now, we'll send it back to you guys, but stay with us. After the debate, we'll be live on uscannenbergmedia.com for more coverage. Back to you guys.
Stay tuned for our post-debate coverage tonight. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And watch our live post-debate reaction and analysis on USC Annenberg Media's Facebook and uscannenbergmedia.com. Donald Trump's campaign purchased a pair of national Snapchat geofilters ahead of tonight's debate. And if you haven't seen the filter, here it is. The first filter, released early Monday morning, takes a jab at Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, reading, "Debate Day, Donald Trump versus Crooked Hillary." The national geofilter advertisement can only be bought by one advertiser a day on Snapchat, and it's the first of its kind to be purchased by a presidential campaign. The second filter is scheduled to be released during the debate. Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Etienne Smith.
And I'm Rachel Frayne. You can watch us on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com. I hope everyone has a good night and finishes up the debate, watching the two candidates see who's going to win the presidential election potentially.